Hello everybody, welcome back to the same paper, the paper that we have been doing for some time. Yeah, for since like 4 videos, we have covered different questions of this paper. What is the paper? This paper is the 2021 O level paper 2. Paper 2. That's right. But in that paper, actually, on the paper, on paper, it is mentioned that General Certificate of Education O level examination 2021-2022. That's how it is mentioned on the paper. 2021 and within brackets 2022. Likewise, it is mentioned. Don't worry about it. This is not the 2022 paper. This is 2021 paper. But the reason for mentioning like in this manner, it's because the 21 O-level examination was held in 2022 due to the COVID issue and various other issues. Now, first question we have done in the first video. Second video, we did question number 2 and 3. Third video, question number 4. That is the start of accounting. Question number 4 is the start of accounting. No. Question number 1, 2, 3 and 4. All questions are from the question number 1 is the compulsory question. 1 is the compulsory question. 2, 3 and 4. These are the business studies questions. So question number up to question number 4, it is business studies. Okay, it's business studies up to question number 4. Then we did another video to cover the question number 5. This is question number 6. That is the second question in the accounting part 2, accounting. Yeah, name the elements of prime cost. That is the first question. Name the elements of prime cost. Now you know, children, prime cost is the addition or the total of all the direct costs. And if you can tell me from which lesson is this question coming? From which lesson is it coming? It's coming from which lesson? Non-profit organizations. Who said that? No. It's not from non-profit. Yes. Who said? That is the correct answer. This question is coming from production cost statements. All right. So, name the elements of prime cost. Elements of prime cost. Direct materials. Direct material cost. Tell me. Direct labor cost. Direct labor cost. Then direct other expenses. Direct other expenses. That's right. Now, children, who said that? Who said that this question is a 2-mark question? Who said it? The paper setters have said this question is a 2-mark question. Who said you are gonna get 2 marks for this? 2 marks for this. Who said? Who said that? The paper setters have said that. You see this? 2 marks. How many minutes can you spend? Maximum 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. That's max. 2 minutes is more than enough. Max 2.5 minutes. But for these 2 marks, I mean for this particular question, this question, name elements of prime cost. The question, it's a question that is gonna earn you 2 marks. That means you're gonna get 2.5 minutes for this. But do you need 2.5 minutes? Of course not. No, you don't need 2.5 minutes. Just finish these questions in like 10 seconds. I always say that. Direct material, direct labor, direct other expenses. 10-15 seconds. Question done. Marks taken. 2 marks. To do that, you need to have the knowledge, the information with you. That's why I always say theory parts you should memorize clear cut. Otherwise, you're going to waste your time on these type of simple questions. Right. Second part. Nimal. Oh, what's that name? Nimal. No, it's Nimal. Nimal started a business for manufacturing canvas fabric bags. Okay, he's manufacturing what? Canvas fabric bags. Well, that's a innovative product. Very innovative, new type of a bag. Canvas fabric bags, yeah? Canvas fabric. Yeah, sustainable development. Okay. On 1st January 2022. 1st January, this is the starting date. 1st January 2022. And purchase machinery of 120. Following are the production expenses for the month of production costs given. Right. We have building rent. 20,000. Wages of bag sewers. Sewing, they're sewing bags and sewing. Mahano. That is the meaning of sewing. Bag sewers, 60,000. Wages of the watcher, the security guy. Purchasing of fabric, bag designing expenses, electricity expenses, machine repairing expenses, depreciation of machines. Quite a lot of information. At the end of the month, no any stock of canvas fabrics, and cost of canvas bag is 1,200. Okay. Right. What is required? Let's see what is required. For manufacturing canvas fabric bags in the month of January, we need to find the prime cost. Prime cost. Just few seconds ago, we answered a question. What is the elements of prime cost? We answered this question. Now they're asking us to calculate prime cost. That is great. We know that direct materials, direct labor, and direct other costs should be added up to get the prime cost. All right. Okay. Now let's get the items. Let's get our items sorted out. Tell me, building rent, is this a direct expense? I mean, is it a direct cost? Is it direct material? No. Direct labor? Direct other expense? This one? No. That is an overhead cost. Okay, this is not a prime cost item, this is an overhead cost item. Okay, wages of the bag sewers. They are making bags, bags to carry stuff like school bags. Bags are produced with canvas fabrics. See, canvas fabrics, and the main material should be canvas fabric. So wages of with the canvas fabric, they are sewing with needle and threads. They are sewing the bags. Bag sewers are the main employees, main laborers. That is a direct labor. It's a direct labor. Yeah. And the canvas fabrics are the direct materials. This is direct labor. Wages of the bag sewers, direct labor. Purchase of canvas fabric, direct material. Direct material. Right? I mean, it's not too hard to understand, right? Bags are made out of canvas fabrics. See? Canvas fabrics. That means canvas fabric is the main material. That is direct material. And the sewing staff, the sewing employees, the sewing crew, team, they are the direct laborers who are making the bags, sewing the bags and putting the stitches and making the vati and all. Direct laborers. Then bag design expenses, not a direct labor. Bag design. Electricity, let's say bag design expenses, overhead. This is an overhead. Electricity, overhead. Machine repairing expenses, overhead. Depreciation of machines, overhead. Right? Wages of the watcher, the security guy, that is also overhead. Yeah, because they are not directly involved in making the product, and they are not hands-on. They are not having hands-on contribution to make this product, the watchers and all. But in the production process, they are not getting involved hands-on, but they are laborers. Those are indirect laborers. All indirect costs should go under overhead. So overhead. Now we have two direct costs. Direct labor, direct materials. Okay, that's it. Let's get 60,000 added with 200,000. Wages of the bag sewer, 60,000. Purchase of canvas fabric, 200,000. 260,000. That's the prime cost. Easy. A. Where are we gonna do this? We'll do this right here. Prime cost. Direct material cost, 200,000. Direct labor cost, 60,000. Answer is 260,000. This is the prime cost. All right, simple. Next, Question number B, right? B is this. Production overhead cost. Production overhead cost. Okay. Overhead. We have already marked overheads. See, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Overhead cost. Overhead cost. Let's take the overhead costs. We have building rent. Let's take it first. 20,000. And wages of the watcher. Watcher, 25,000. Building rent. $20,000. Watcher means the security guys. You have to know these wordings, no? Watcher. They call the security guy the watcher, the one who's watching the factory and the area. Security guy. 25,000 is the salary of the security guy. Took building rent, took wages of the watcher, then back design expenses 30,000, electricity expenses 8,000, back design expenses 30,000, electricity 8. Okay. Is that all now? Back design we took, electricity we took, machine repairing expenses 14,000. Machine repairs, let's put that. $14,000. Okay, is that all? No, we have one more, right? This thing. Depreciation. Oh yeah. Depreciation of machines 3,000. All the values are given. You don't even have to calculate. How easy is that? Depreciation. Just get the items and take the total of it. You get the overhead cost. 20 plus 25, 45. Do your math. Do your calculations. 20 plus 25. 45 plus 30. 75, 83, 93, 97, 100,000. 100,000. That's the overhead cost. Okay. That's it. That's about it. So it's easy, such a simple question. There's nothing to work out. Just taking the right items and getting the addition. Simple as that. All right. You know why it's too simple? Because you get only 2 marks. Now we spent like 7-8 minutes on this, but you can only spend like, for 2 marks, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes max. Okay, prime cost, overhead cost. Done deal. Yeah, deal. We're done with that. Okay, that's it. We're done with the question Roman number 2 of question number 6. Let's move on, shall we? Let's move on. Next question. What is it? Following is the trial balance of Carsoon's business as at 31st January 2022. Well, we have a trial balance here. Following is the trial balance. Following is the trial balance of Carsoon's business as at 31st January, end of the month. Yeah, end of a period. They have prepared trial balance, and it is given here. Can you notice anything special about it? No? Well, I saw something, and it is this. There is a suspense account. What does it mean? What does it mean? Suspense account in the trial balance? Well, that means the trial balance has not balanced. It has not balanced. No, it has not balanced. Okay. To balance off the trial balance, the suspense account has been used. All right, that means the shortage is in the debit side, children. That is why the suspense account 30,000 has been entered to the debit side. Because the debit side must have been previously when the trial balance was prepared, and when the bookkeepers and the accountants and the artists and the engineers and the architects and everyone, when they prepared the trial balance and when they tried to balance the trial balance, it has not balanced. Well, here we are bookkeepers, we are accountants, not engineers or architects. We have tried, Carsoon's bookkeepers, they have tried to balance this trial balance, but it has not balanced. So somehow, using the suspense account, the shortage, by using the suspense account, the shortage has been transferred, or shortage has been entered using the suspense account. The shortage is 30,000 and it is in the debit side. So debit side is lower. Debit side total must have been lower. Got it? Now, following are the accounting errors identified. Right, following are the errors identified in preparing the trial balance. Obviously, there are errors. That's why the trial balance is not balancing. It's not balancing. The debit side is what? Debit side is lower. Less by 30,000. These are the reasons for that problem. Paid telephone charges 6,000 has been recorded as 8,000 in the telephone charges account. Paid 16,000 to creditors has been credited to the relevant creditors account. Paid building repairing expenses 100,000 has been debited to the building account. Now, what are they asking? They are asking to prepare the suspense account. That's what they're asking. Suspense account before rectifying the above errors. Really? Before rectifying the above errors? Well, that is easy. That is easy. Before rectifying the above errors? There's nothing to do. Just prepare the suspense account here. It's just a temporary account, suspense account. It's a T account. You can draw it as a T account. It doesn't matter. Just draw a T account. And name it. Name it the suspense account. Okay. Now, why do we prepare the suspense account? Why do we prepare the suspense account? To record the difference in the trial balance. To record the difference in the trial. Now, the trial balance is not tallying. It's not tallying. The debit side is lower. That is the shortage. Shortage is in the debit side. Got it? That's what I have mentioned here. See? That's what I have very clearly marked. Suspense account is put to the debit side. So the shortage, the lesser total had been in the debit side, and debit side was lesser by 30. That same 30,000 which you put to the suspense account, you now take to the suspense account and record it in the debit side, in the same side. Which side do you which side have they shown? Which side have they entered the suspense account? Debit, no. Debit side. That same side you should mention this value in the suspense account. And the description is difference of trial balance 30,000. Well, that is the opening balance of the suspense account before correcting any of these errors. We have 1, 2, 3 errors. See, 1, 2, 3 errors. Then they are asking us to A is done. Suspense account before rectifying the above errors. Now journal entries to rectify above errors. Okay, no problem. We'll take a blank. We'll prepare the general journal and we'll enter the rectifying entries to rectify these errors. Blank, blank, blank. Now we are drawing the general journal. date, description, ledger folio, debit and credit. Date, description or details, ledger page, debit side, credit side. This is the general journal. General journal. Easy, right? You must remember the formats, otherwise you can't do these things quickly. I'm always telling you these things, repeating, like, you know, it's a mantra. Still, some people, some students, they think that formats, I don't remember the format. When you go to the exams, when the examiners are, they are not really careful and strict and all. They can't look at everyone at the same time. No, so I'll just peep onto the others' table and I'll look at the format. You can't do the formats like that. You have to remember the formats. Don't draw the draw T account, T format for the general journal. Now, first error. Paid telephone charges 6,000 has been recorded as 8,000 in the telephone charges. 6,000 is the correct amount, 8,000 is entered, which means in the telephone charges account, debit side, no, where is the debit side? Debit side is this side or this side? Debit side is this side, right? Yeah, debit side is this side. Okay, in the telephone charges account, debit side 2,000 excess. If 2,000 is excess on this side, it is, no. That means the debit side is, by mistake 2,000 heavier or 2,000 greater, higher. But that is a mistake. To balance off, to cancel off this, you put a 2,000 to the credit side. You can't take out the debit side excess amounts, you can't erase, you can't cut off, you can't put correction white stuff on accounts. No. So if this side is higher unnecessarily in error, to cancel that off, you put the same amount to this side and the two sides will balance, or the excess amount will be cancelled off. Paid telephone charges 6,000 has been recorded as 8,000 in the telephone charges account. But the problem is, does this error affect the trial balance? Does it affect the trial balance? Of course. Yes, of course. It affects, because only debit side has been, higher in error. Only in the debit side of some account this imbalance has happened. So debit side is heavier. No? That is an error. Debit side කට විතරක් වැඩිපුර දාලා තියෙන්නේ 2,000. Yeah? You understand what I'm saying, right? Okay. Which means this affects the trial balance. Which means one entry must go to the suspense account. Okay. Paid telephone charges 6,000 has been recorded as 8,000 in telephone charges account. Debit side higher. To cancel off that, put 2,000 to the credit side. Telephone charges credit 2,000, suspense debit 2,000. Telephone charges, TP charges, credit 2,000. Do we need to write narrations? We need to write narrations or what? What do you think? Journal entries to rectify the above errors. Yes, you have to write narrations. Journal entries to rectify. With narrations, they haven't mentioned, but you have to write narrations. They haven't mentioned, but you have to write narrations. Narratives needed. What is the narrative? Corrected the error of overstating the telephone charges account by 2000. Corrected the error of overstating. Corrected the error of overstating. Vedipura dala. That's what. Overstating telephone TP charges by 2000. Got it? Done. Second error. Second one. This is done. This is okay. Paid rupees 16,000 to creditors has been credited to the relevant creditors account. Oh man, that is a serious one. A serious one. Paid 16,000 to creditors. That means paying cash 16,000 to creditors. Cash account credit, creditors account debit. Cash credit because cash goes out. Cash goes out. So cash credit. Creditors account debit. But the error is creditors account also has been credited. So creditors account must be debited with 16,000. No, 32,000. Yeah, because you need to cancel off the credit entry and keep another 16,000 on the debit side. Right. It happens like this. Creditors account is 16,000 credited. 16,000 credited. But this should have been debited. This is wrong. To correct that, you put 16,000 to the debit side because now you know that it should have been debited. So you put that amount to the debit side. Not enough. This 16,000 will be cut off to this 16,000. So another 16,000 should be put to the debit side, which means two 16,000s, which means 32,000 debited. 32,000 must be debited to the creditors account, debit creditors account, credit suspense account. Yeah, because this error also affects the trial balance due to the fact that only one side is affected due to this error. Yep, only the debit side has been lower because of putting a supposedly debit entry to the credit side. Paid 16,000 to creditors has been credited. In error, they have put something that should be on this side, they have put to this side. Okay, credit side. That's why we debited. That means debit creditors account, $32,000. Suspense account credit 32,000. Done. Write your narrations, will you? Why can't you write your narrations? Even before one or several times I have said, no, I'm not going to write narrations for you. You write narrations. That's it. Just tell me while I'm finishing this, how to write the narration. Just tell me. Verbally tell me. How to write the narration, man. Tell me. How to write the narration of this. Oh. Okay. Corrected the error of debiting and crediting. What do you mean debiting and crediting? You can't say like that. Corrected the error of crediting the creditor's account instead of debiting. Crediting the creditor's account. Crediting the creditor's account. Crediting the creditor's account. Yeah. Instead of debiting. Now you to correct this error, you yourself you have to debit twice the amount. That's why it's 32 here. Next, after you write the narrations, we can move on to the next one. Yep, that one. Paid building repairing expenses 100,000 has been debited to building account. Paid building repair expenses. The double entry, correct double entry if the transaction is recorded correctly. Paid means cash goes out, cash account credit, building repair expenses debit, building repair expenses debit, cash credit. What is the mistake? Building repair expenses. Instead of this account, they have put the building account. Building is an asset account. Right? Building repairing expenses 100,000 has been debited to building account. Remove it from the building account. Remove it. So credit the building account. To remove it, credit the building account 100,000. And debit to the correct account, which is repair expenses. Debit to the correct account. Correct account is repair expenses. 100,000. Write the narration. You write the narration. I'm not gonna do it for you anymore. Okay? Okay. That's it. We wrote the journal entries to rectify the above errors. ABC. We are done. This is A, this is B, and this is C. That's it. You don't do anything else. You wrote the rectifying entries 1, 2, 3 to rectify or correct all 3 errors. Yeah. Just for your information, just to make you feel better. Don't do it now. Don't do it. I'm not asking you to do it. You don't have to do it. I'm doing this extra work. Let's put the suspense account entries to the suspense account. And let's see. Error A, first error, in that suspense account is debited 2,000. Put to the suspense account debit side 2,000. Okay. In error B, suspense account is credited 32,000. Here. Let's put that 32,000 to the suspense account. Where is the suspense account? Where did you go? Credited 32,000. Right? Okay. 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 I see something good. I mean, I see something satisfying. You didn't see that? No? Let me show you that. Error A, suspense account was debited and we put that 2000 to the debit side. Error B, suspense account was credited and we put that 32,000 to the credit side. This 32,000 we put to the credit side. Okay. Error C, no suspense account. No suspense account, no nothing. Now let's go and see the suspense account, huh? Shall we? See the suspense account. This is extra work. You don't have to do this. In the paper, they don't ask you to do this. This is extra work. Now see the suspense account. It is balancing. It is balancing. 32 on this side, 32 on this side, and it is ruled off. That means your correction entry is all correct. All your correction entries are correct and the suspense account is ruled off. You happy now? You get 4 marks only to do this. Yeah. Don't take more than 6 minutes. We took like 10 minutes, 15 maybe. Right? All right. Okay. Next question. Last question. Guyana's business. Favorable bank account balance. All right. Favorable bank account balance 24,000. However, the balance of bank statement received on the same day differed to this. What do you think? From which lesson do you get these type of questions? No, not from financial statements. From bank reconciliation statement. Okay. See, it's all about bank balance and bank statement balance and everything. Following reasons are identified for this difference later. Following reasons are identified for this difference later. Okay, later. Checks that were not recorded in Guyana's current account by the bank. Check deposited but not realized. Check issued but not presented to the bank. So these reasons are in the bank statement. Not recorded in the bank statement. Not entered in bank statement. Not entered in bank statement. Transactions that were not recorded in the bank account of Guyana's business. Okay. These two. The transactions that were not recorded in the bank account. Loan installment 10,000 paid by standing order. Direct remittances. Standing orders and direct remittances. These are not entered in bank account. Bank account or bank book of the business. That's how you sort out things. Adjusting the bank balance of the bank account. Required. What is required? Adjusting the bank balance of the bank account. Adjust the bank's balance of the bank account. This is the bank balance, children. Did you notice that this is the bank balance? This is the bank balance. See? That is the bank balance. Guyana's business has a favorable bank account balance. See, this is the bank balance. Rupees 24,000, right? That should be adjusted somehow, adjusted with these items. So that should be done in the adjusted bank account. You should prepare the adjusted bank account. Adjusted bank account with these items, with these items, right? Oh yeah, let's do it. Then preparing the bank reconciliation statement. To the bank reconciliation statement, these items go. Okay, the red color. All right, let's do this. Let's do it here, right here. I'm just going to draw a T account for the bank adjusted bank account, just a T account for the adjusted bank account. And this is the bank reconciliation statement. Rough, quick work, okay? Now, we have already sorted out things, sorting out is already done. These items not entered in the bank statement. Bank statement means the statement which is coming, statement of account coming from the bank, right? We don't have a right to make adjustments or make updates on that. That is coming from the bank. First of all, we must adjust our bank book, the business bank account. That is what we are going to do. Starting with Guyana's business bank account balance of 24,000. As at 31st March 2022. Guyana's business adjusted bank account. Then putting the opening balance, which is here, favorable bank balance, but it's wrong somehow. We need to adjust that. That balance is the one we need to update, this balance. So starting with that balance, 24,000 balance brought forward. Yeah. After that, we know that these items should be entered. Easy. Loan installment 10,000 paid by bank. It is a payment paid by bank, not entered in our previous bank account. This bank account, not entered in this bank account. So we must enter to this adjusted bank account. Credit side, because it's a payment, 10,000 paid by bank. It's a payment, 10,000 standing order payment. Credit side. Done. Loan installment, 10,000 entered. Direct remittances, 30,000 directly coming into the bank account. Somebody has deposited, online cash transfer maybe, 30,000 coming into the bank account. In the previous bank account, in this, it's not recorded, so we must record in this, the adjusted bank account. Direct remittances, 30,000. Direct remit, 30,000. That's it. Voila. Can balance it now. Let's balance it. $30 plus 24. This is the higher side, as you can clearly see. Yeah? 30 plus 24. 54,000. 54,000 on this side also. And the balance, take the balance by subtracting 10,000, it is 44,000. This is the balance carried down. This should be entered in the reconciliation statement, this one. Okay, and we are going to reconcile. This goes to the reconciliation, 44,000. You write balance as per adjusted bank account. Balance as per adjusted bank account, 44,000. Done. Now let's enter the entries which should come to the bank reconciliation statement, because this is the bank reconciliation statement. Bank rec, some people call it reconciliation, some people call it rec. All right. Now, these items are the items which should go to the rec, the reconciliation statement. Checks that were not recorded in Guyana's current account by the bank. The check deposited but not realized. We have deposited a check in the bank. We have deposited a check in the bank. We have taken a check. We have gone to the bank and deposited in our account. So, in our bank book, not this, the previous business bank book, that we updated right here. In this bank book, we have debited, we have added this check deposited, because check is going into the bank, cash increasing in the bank. But they have not realized, the bank has not taken. So, from this bank balance, we must deduct or subtract it. Unrealized checks. How much? 14,000. Okay. Finally, my dear children, the last bit of this question. Finally, the next information, checks issued but not presented, 15,000. We have issued checks, we have given checks issued to our customers or paying to our suppliers. When we issued checks in our bank account, not this, in the previous bank account, those issued checks have been recorded. That means we have credited the issued checks. Credited means the checks have been, because we issued, we have deducted those amounts. But those checks have not been presented to the bank. In the bank balance, they are not yet deducted. So we must add them, 15,000. 15,000. Unpresented checks. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, right. Now it's just a matter of doing the calculations. Done deal. 44, 54, 59,000 here. When you add 44, 54, 59,000, 59,000 minus 14,000, 45,000. That is your answer. That is your answer. This is the adjusted or balance. We'll say balance as per bank statement. Balance as per bank statement. 45,000. Done deal. We ended the next question in the paper. Which question? The sixth question. Yes, children. This is the sixth question. Last part, the bank reconciliation question. In this, we finished this part, the last part, and we finished the third part, which is this one. This question is from correction of errors. See, following accounting errors, suspense account and journal entries to correct errors. That question is from correction of errors, third part. And the second part is actually manufacturing, production cost. Yeah. Likewise, the sixth question of the 2021 paper is now finished. We have only one question, that is the seventh question. And we are going to wrap up this paper. Done deal completely. This is the last year, the latest paper that we have. Until I meet you with the next question to end this paper, do your work, be good, and keep hopes. Let's meet soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.